Welcome to
What's Up Poland?
the daily video show
Where
we talk about
news,
views,
culture,
history,
life.
everything Poland. John, I don't know about you, but I often get confronted by my own physical, moral, emotional disabilities and indeed inadequacies.
And dilemmas, I'm sure, as well.
Dilemmas.
Paddy.
Well, yeah, but mostly how pathetically inept I am in so many areas. And life just seems to keep on throwing me moments where that is indeed proved to me. I'm assuming you probably have many situations.
Absolutely, exactly the same.
Well, imagine this. A chap is walking near a lake in Poznan when all of a sudden he sees a young roe deer struggling in the water. Now, as you know, at the time of filming, Poland's been going through a deep freeze, but there's also been a defrost. And stunned eyewitness Thomas Zdulski was walking along, and he sees this young roe deer struggling in the water. Now, it's hard not to have a little bit of empathy for an animal trapped in that situation.
Absolutely.
There's been quite a lot of stories like this recently, including some tragic deaths as
Absolutely.
well. Very sad. Well, Thomas has a dilemma because he knows that he wants to help the animal, but he doesn't know how. I imagine you and I would have the same dilemma. Standing there sort of, shivering a little bit, maybe a little bit worried or concerned. And indeed, Thomas, not unwisely, decides that he's going to see if he can ring someone to get help. No help comes. The deer is still swimming in the water, getting weaker. It's a little roe deer, it's terrible, really. And Thomas says the poor animal swam back and forth in panic, unable to get out. It was losing strength with every moment, trying to break through the ice desperately. So he calls the police, he calls the fire brigade. Nothing happens. What does he do? He decides to go off and get help.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he comes across a couple and says, probably best not to go there. This is upset deer. Yeah? And the guy goes, oh yeah, I know. I'm coming to save the deer. The man strips off in the icy frozen temperatures, including, and this is, I think, not allowed by Polish law, he takes off both his hat, his shoes, and his socks.
Oh, you are kidding me.
I know.
Babcha won't be pleased.
If Babcha heard about this would be...
This be it.
No.
Yeah.
At the Sunday obiad. So, the guy then wades into this deep, treacherous, dark, icy water, picks up this young roe deer, pulls it out, places it on the ground, sort of dusts it down and all the rest of it, and then strides off, basically, still with no shoes on. The most prickly bit of I was looking at the pictures, because Thomas was able to get some pictures, but he wasn't able to capture the chap's name. But he does indeed call him a hero. In the rush of events, he said, I was only briefly able to thank and congratulate this hero. Rather than towel him off dry, I don't know what, lend him a coat or something like that. Yeah. So this amazing guy saved basically this animal without a typical pole. They're good hero type material.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, there is a coda to this story, John, because you might be wondering to yourself, I can see it in between your eyes or reading between the lines of your eyes or just the lines of your forehead. That indeed what happened to the deer. Well, it turns out that Thomas stayed on the scene and continued recording, and a trio of wild boar emerged. I've done some research. Trio of wild boar emerged and dance around this young roe deer and reanimate it, as it will, because it was just lying there on the ground, and then it runs off.
What, the deer ran off?
Yeah, the deer ran off. So it was lying on the ground.
Yeah.
It was all fatigué, very tired. And then the wild boar come and dance around it and stuff and basically reanimate it.
Maybe wild boars they're kind of shamans, animal shamans.
One wonders if there is indeed a deeper level of connection between these wild forest creatures
Indeed.
than we actually realised.
That's a great story. So what do we have to do? Click on the link, right?
Yeah, so click on the link below and find out more about the story. It's great.